listener. Welcome to the All Over the Place podcast. The only place where, you're not really in one place because you're everywhere.
That was an enigma.
You're an enigma.
Oh, wow. My feelings are hurt. Anyways, don't get too caught up in this intro. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the episode. See you soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the new year. The last time you guys were listening to us, it was last year. So it's been a whole year since we made another episode, which is a common theme for.
Yeah, Ben, I haven't like seen your face since last year.
That is absolutely wacky. I will tell you. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of All Over the Place.
Yep.
I'm assuming we're going to go all over the place today. In case you can't tell, I am sick.
Yep.
So if I have a coughing fit, I will probably mute myself. If not, and then Alex is sitting over here with his stupid looking ass colorful up mic.
Well, it looks cool, okay?
I think we have different definitions of cool.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, let's just get into this. Okay, so we read a poem last time, but what I'm thinking is we can go back and we're going to continue because I added another part to the poem that we read yesterday.
Oh my god. You want me to start this one?
Okay, so previously there was a big sticky fart and someone was saying call the sharp police. Now Alex is going to take it in, make sure you do a nice ASMR. This is going to sound bad for me because my nose is all clogged up, but you go right ahead, Alex. Just take it right in.
Shot, please smell a big one.
And a big one it was.
For this poo-poo
was on a nuclear level.
Stinky? No, wait, hold on. Stanky stink.
Fart.
Poo.
To be continued. So you'll have
All
to
right.
wait and listen to the rest rest of our episodes that we're gonna make in the future.
Yeah. To hear what happens to the short police.
This is a big crime for them. This is a big one. The sharp police take this shit very seriously.
Take this shit very seriously. I get it.
No pun intended, though. I was just cursing.
No pun intended.
No.
All right. So let's get into it, Ben.
Yeah, how was your? Before we get into this, how was your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? We didn't really talk about it. What do you do? What was your New Year's Eve like?
If you could shut up, I'll say it.
Oh wow. Okay. Now you can't. I'm sick right now. You're talking over me and shit. This is not fair. This is discrimination, frankly.
Of what? Discrimination of what? Huh?
My sickness.
Wow. You
And
are sick.
if I'm still sick this next episode that we record after this one, I will come to your house and kick your ass because I know where you live. I'll tie you to the train bridge, and it'll be like one of those things from a movie scene where, like, the lady's tied up to the train. She's like, help me, I'm tied to the train bridge.
Bro,
by my
you're
house.
Like screaming at your microphone right now. It's glitching out, too.
I know. It usually happens with that.
Just take it. Step back. Okay, so my New Year's Eve, it was pretty good. We did
That's good.
we
Good
did
New Year's. Good.
What?
Okay, I'll stop. Go ahead.
What did I just hear? I swear I heard Jeff's voice.
I don't think so. I think he's gone.
Okay, I heard someone say that's good, and it did not.
That was me. I'm the one who said that was good.
Okay. Anyways, so we worked, right? We got sent home early too. Something that my family does on New Year's Eve is they just make a shit ton of like those microwavable things like pizza bites and pigs in a blanket and mini quiches and egg rolls and pierogies and shit like that. So my mom made a bunch of that and like spicy wings and meatballs. So it just all kind of sat there. And then I feel like we watched something. We watched an episode of Criminal Minds. That's what we watched. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to see Avatar 2 tomorrow, and I want to get good sleep. So I went upstairs and ended up playing Destiny until 12:30. So that was my New Year's Eve. And then New Year's Day, I woke up, did some chores, walked over to Brandon's house. Our friend Dylan came pick us up, and then we went to see Avatar 2 in the AVX theater in 3D. And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but if you go see that movie, you have to see it in 3D. Like it's not like a Jaws 3D kind of thing where it's like, oh, there's certain moments that are meant to be seen in 3D or Spy Kids 3D. It's just it enhances the experience so much. I gotta say, I really liked Avatar too. How was your New Year's Eve, Ben? And I'm gonna take my headphones off for a second and open my window while you say that.
Okay, so he's not even listening. He won't even know what I'm saying until we publish this episode and he listens to it because I just posted it. And he can't hear. So Alex is a big stoopy fart head, and he is and he's twerking on the Discord right now. Yeah, so then we kind of just hung out, watched some movies. Didn't actually
I
drink anything on New Year's Eve. It was all New Year's Day. I'm not gonna
you know
say
I heard you.
anything, but it was a good New Year's, a good time, good time. Slept in. We were up till like 3 in the morning on New Year's Eve, and we watched
Were ya?
Frozen, and yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in probably since 2013. If I'm gonna be honest, it's just
Really?
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. I heard you commentating on me, by the way. He's telling lies.
I don't know if you heard me. I think you didn't think you heard me.
Yeah, I heard you.
Really? Did you hear me?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. You told them I was twerking.
I did not. I would never do such a thing. What are you
Okay.
talking about? I would never betray your trust like that. You know that.
Okay. Okay. I assume that you're telling the truth, but when I listen to the episode, I'll find out the truth.
Yeah, you will.
For real. I
So,
will. Yeah.
yep, yep. And he's doing some questionable things with his microphone. I kind of wish we weren't on a
What do
video
you mean?
chat. I mean, none of you will be able to ever see this,
No,
unfortunately.
no,
But, yeah. One moment while I cough. I like being sick.
no.
Thank goodness we're not in the
Yeah.
same room recording this. This is, I don't know. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's just
Quarantine,
we
baby.
kind of we're not in quarantine. This is post COVID. I mean, granted,
You are. Try to
COVID
open
is
your
still
spot.
a thing, but COVID no longer plagues us the way it did. Maybe not for me at least. And I mean, I might have COVID. I
Not,
haven't tested, so
not for us here, at least.
no. Maybe
Do
back
you
in
work
Wuhan,
tomorrow?
China, they're still eating bat soup. If that is actually what happened, I will not heed that actually happened. That's just my theory.
Do you work tomorrow?
Yep.
You should probably test in the morning then.
Yeah, I will. You
Yeah.
know me. I don't like to spread.
You what?
I don't like to spread.
That is true. Like,
I
I mean,
know.
I remember when I was at your camp the other day and you were making like toast with peanut butter. You just took a spoon and plopped it on there and didn't even spread it.
Yeah,
It was like a cupcake, but it was like bread with glob of peanut butter on it.
that was an amazing description of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
There
That
was no
was
jelly and it wasn't a sandwich. It was one piece of bread with a glob of peanut butter on
what?
it.
I swear I would have put it in that. I am not a criminal, man. I would have put another thing of bread on there. Are you
Would you?
kidding me?
Okay, I'll take your word
Anyways,
for
let's
it.
we're getting off track. Not that that's a bad thing.
We
It's the
can do
whole
that.
point. We can do that, but I just
We
want to
can do
start
it.
with the moral dilemma question of the episode.
Right.
Alex just muted his mic and did some weird fairy ass dance. I don't
What?
know.
What? I
He
was
was looking like a
sniffling
DeWalt drill, brushless 20-volt impact quarter-inch drive.
Wow, I feel attacked.
Yeah, it was a real big insult. Anyways, let's get
Wow.
in. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
set
do
the
that.
scene. Okay. Let's
Okay.
set the scene. Just get into your mind, okay?
Okay.
You've got a sense of humor, right?
I do.
You
know
have a
me,
sense of
I have
humor.
a
Yes.
I have a great sense of humor.
Obviously, when things happen to you and people are making the joke on you and you're the victim of that joke, it seems less funny. Okay. But just,
Right.
Okay. Let's say that one of these days you were a victim of one of these jokes. And this was such a good joke. I'm not going to tell you what the joke was. But let's say it is so devious. Any stranger would probably sue you for this omega prank. It is out of this fucking world. So ridiculous and so thought out and so planned out. You'd be like, why didn't I think of this myself? Right? Okay?
It didn't sound like you said mega.
Playback. Anyways. We're not even gonna get into that, man. I am not racist, I swear. Anyways, let me get back to my point, okay? As I hand gesture and everything for your storytelling purposes, okay? Okay, so they did this prank on you. Let's say I did this prank on you, right? Me and a couple of other people, and we pranked you so goddamn hard. You were such a buffoon, and you fell for it. And everything, and this is like relationship damaging shit. This is like trying to play New Super Mario Bros. Wii with your friends and family, and that kind of level. Of losing your mind. Okay.
Right.
But it's like you get pranked, and you want to be so mad about it. You want to be so mad, like this is, but it's me, right? It's me.
Mm-hmm.
And this was hilarious. We got this on video. Everyone else is dying laughing but you. And it may or may not have put you in the emergency room, but you're sitting there with a gunshot in your chest giggling, and it hurts to giggle because you have a gunshot in your chest. You're in the ER. But it was a prank. It was a prank. Let me tell you. It was a prank. It was a prank. It was a prank. But you, no matter what happen to you, you're sitting in that emergency room, and you know it is the funniest thing that has ever happened in your life. Like, nothing has topped this. This is like every good stand-up comedian in one. But you've got you're in the emergency room with a gunshot in your chest, and it hurts, and every time you laugh, a little bit of more blood spurts out. This might be a little bit graphic, but just in your and then after everything, I don't even apologize, and I stand by what I did, and everyone else does, and we post it, and it blows up on the internet. Like, Mr. Beast level blows up everything, right? And because you're in the hospital, let's just say we're not in Canada, we don't have universal healthcare coverage, and you've got hundreds of thousands of dollars of hospital bills, because we did a whole bunch of other shit to you. This is going to leave you traumatized for the rest of your life. But in the money, but I'm not gonna say, but we posted, and everyone's donated to your hospital bills and everything, and you're so mad, but you know the joke is so good, and all your hospitals are paying for. What is your next move?
Oh, I'm gonna fucking beat you up once I get out of that hospital. You're paying for my goddamn hospital bill.
No, it's already been paid for. Let's say I left you paralyzed. But you know in your core, it is the funniest goddamn thing. And if you did it to anybody else and it wasn't you at the victim, you would defend it too. What do? What is you know in your core that it is the funniest thing, and you would do the same thing.
This isn't as hard as the last one.
I know.
I'm gonna tell you that.
But let's just
straightforward. If you left me paralyzed, right? Even if it was the funniest shit ever, right? Right? And I can respect if it's funny, right? I'll be sitting there being like, that's pretty good. But I'll still be fucking pissed. Right? Know what I mean?
But would it come in the way of our friendship?
It depends on.
No. Answer the question. I didn't apologize, and I stood by it, but everything worked out in the end because I defended it. I left you paralyzed, but everyone paid for it, and I'm going to give you the best. All the money that we earned is going to give you the best physical therapy to help you regain control of your body.
Okay, here's the question: are you guys going to keep on bringing this thing up as time goes on?
Alex, it is the
gonna be like,
most legendary prank on the goddamn planet. No one has ever topped this. This is like ISIS tortures mixed with the worst, like a nuke. For God's sake,
okay,
that is the level of prank that we did.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, right? If you left me paralyzed for a prank, right? Even if it's funny, and you do still pay all the medical bills and shit for it, I can't play Beyblade anymore, man. I can't play Destiny 2. I can't go running. I'm paralyzed.
Yes, you can. It was just your legs. It was just your legs. You can't walk anymore because of me, but you know that, yeah, but you know in your heart that it is the funniest thing ever. Every time you think about it, it just makes you want to laugh.
I would still, okay, I'm gonna say this. At some point in time, I would probably forgive you. Yes. But at the same time, I would probably go to sleep every night being like, Jesus fucking Christ, this kid left me paralyzed from the waist down. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be a mix. I can't give you a definite answer on that because, oh shit, why is this more difficult than it should be? This one shouldn't be difficult.
That's
but
the point. It's a moral dilemma. Hey, come on, this is the thing. This is what I'm trying to get you to think about. These are big questions that I'm sure everyone's thinking about at home.
Here's another question. Do you remember what time we started?
No idea, but we're not even. We got to the first question of the episode. We've taken so much time already from it.
Yeah, I know. Holy shit.
Okay.
Bless you. I'm gonna say. You what?
I coughed. I did not sneeze. You bless somebody when they sneeze.
I didn't say bless you.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yeah, yes, you did. You will listen to this, and you will. Yes. Yes, you did.
Okay. We should start making bets on these things.
I know I don't want to take your money. I've already left you paralyzed, so.
Wait. I'm paralyzed?
Yeah, you're like Joe from Family Guy. You just don't know it yet.
Hey, Peter. Oh, Jesus.
That was a terrible. That was like what was that voice crack, my guy? What was that?
I don't know, man.
Holy.
Well, at least I'm not coughing every 5 seconds. So.
I have coughed like 3 times, and give me a friggin' break.
Welcome to the world of the asthmatics.
I don't even want to get into that right now. We will get into another episode of the many tropes of Alex's asthma and the many dumb things he's done. Tune in for another episode. It will be here eventually.
Oh, those dumb things. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to add... Let's get on to the first question here. Okay.
That was the first question. Dipshit.
That was the moral dilemma question. That does not count.
Oh!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, going off... Now, the moral dilemma question I asked was actually related to what we were talking about.
Oh,
unlike yours, where yours was, let's marry my sister and see where it goes.
You didn't know it was your sister until after.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Adding on to the question, let's say that after, and you know, we're going back to the question real quick. Let's say you didn't know it was me, but after watching the video and you figured out, like, you got so mad, like, but you know it's still funny, but then you realize it was me that did it to you, and I'm your best friend, and I mean well. Let's say you find out after the fact that it was me, and you're left not being able to walk.
I probably wouldn't find it funny anymore. See, that's the problem with this question is you keep on going, you find it so funny, but I'm going to tell you right now.
You can't.
I don't think that
it is
Point,
funny.
I probably wouldn't find it funny anymore.
You try so hard to not laugh about it, but you can't.
Okay. Sure. I would still probably I would probably get fueled with anger and run you over with my wheelchair. And then laugh at the end and be like,
which is how you got paralyzed in the first place.
Wait, what?
Never mind. Okay. Getting on to the actual content of it. Don't ask.
Okay. I won't.
Someday you might hear me go on a rant about what we did to Alex in this fantasy, but not a fantasy. I don't fantasize about doing this to Alex, I swear.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Okay, let's get into this. Okay.
No,
Okay, no. We're gonna get into this. Okay. Okay, Macaulay
right.
you know Home Alone, right?
Yeah.
You know Macaulay Culkin.
Yes.
He, I would say, is one of the, not like the prank YouTubers, he is a master of prank. He defended his home from these idiot burglars multiple occasions and pranked the pizza boy with that scene. Okay? Now let me finish. Let me finish.
Hold on. No, I want to stop you right there. Can I stop you right there just for 1 second? The pizza boy was a prank, but I think everything else was more of a trap than a prank.
No.
It wasn't that
he
much
was like, come on into my house. And then prank! He gets hit with a paint can.
Okay, sure. Let's call them pranks. Okay.
How far would it have to go before how deadly would these pranks have to be for you to be like, this is wrong? They're breaking into your house, sure, and they're hunting this kid. In the sequel, they're hunting this kid in New York. This is just, they're not even trying to burgle him, but they're just trying to get this kid. You know what I mean? All right. So what do you think would be the limit to which Kevin could do his traps and his pranks to defend it? Let's say they come around a third time. Let's say they did they finish off a trilogy right without 7 other movies. I know, let's say they finished it off and made it a trilogy in the right way. He goes to Mexico and he gets involved with a drug cartel, whatever it may be. He collabs with Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, right?
Right.
Okay. But let's just okay, just stay with me here. What is the limit to which you would say this is bad? No. Like, just think about some of his other pranks. Like, he is basically like almost killed these guys several occasions. Right. But how far is too far?
Are you done? Okay. So I think, oh fuck, I just rewatched the first Home Alone like 4 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago during Christmas week or something like that, and I'm trying to remember why he didn't call the cops, but fuck, why didn't he call the cops? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think it was ever said necessarily.
Were the power lines down? No, the power lines were down in Krampus. Why didn't he call the police?
He probably didn't know how to use the telephone. Wait, never mind. He called the pizza boy. That's dumb. I don't know. I think we might have to reach out to MatPat on that one to try and theorize why he decided to take it into his own hands rather than, you know.
I mean, it makes for a good movie, though.
Exactly. But exactly. You're watching Home Alone, but let's say he actually tries to murder these guys.
Oh, murder them. Oh, at that point, it's probably a bit. Oh, fuck. But you can't really say that because there was a lot of lethality in the first 2 movies, also.
Exactly, but just think about the lethality times 2.
I think I'm gonna have to bring this to, it's all about the genre of the film, right? Because, like, think about it, comedy movies. Like, think about Daddy's Home, right? You're sitting there laughing your ass off as Will Ferrell's riding through the house on a fucking motorcycle, right? I would say that's too far, but it's funny as hell, right? Or in Home Alone's case, right? There's an iron falling down on, what are their names? Murray and Frank? Is that the Wet Bandits' names? Murray and Frank?
I think one of them's name is Murray.
Pretty sure. Murray and Frank. Anyways, the tall one, right? Like, the iron's coming down and bonks him in the head, right? And I'm fairly certain it was just on, too, right? Like, that could easily killed him, but it's funny.
Exactly. So that's what I'm asking
I think it has to come down. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think at any point, unless if he straight up shoots them with a shotgun or something like that, right? Or like shoots an arrow
with a pellet gun, though.
But a pellet gun. Yeah, but that was.
They can kill squirrels. I feel like at point blank range, you can kill a man.
I mean, like in the movie though, like if they get shot with, like, say for example in the movie they got shot with a pellet gun and you started seeing blood and it, like, the pellet went through them or something, right? Then I would be like, hold on, Kevin, right? But that doesn't happen. They just get shot in the head and it bounces right off their bald brains. But yeah, I think if like he starts like going around with a shotgun or a knife or something, you start if they, once they start showing blood, I think at that point I'm like, okay, bruises are funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Electrocution, that's even funnier.
But you
Burning?
see his skull, you see his skeleton, and you're telling me right now that the
Ah,
limit is blood?
the blood, yeah. Once they
What if
start
they break
bleeding,
their bones? What if they just fall off a goddamn building because he put ice
okay,
up
it's
there?
funny.
But when they start bleeding, it's you're not. What is this reasoning I'm getting from you right now?
When do you see a skeleton? It's just a visual aid for the electrocution. And he survived. I think it's like if they're really close to
Yeah.
dying. You know what I mean? Like the thing with it is in Home Alone they keep on going after him, right? So everything is partially done by their fault in a sense, right? Because at any point in time they could have just turned around and left. They didn't have to keep on pursuing Kevin, right? So in a way they kind of brought the pain on themselves. So I think, like, say for example they break into the house, they're like, oh, it's this shit again. They turn around and Kevin just walks out with a sawed-off shotgun and blows both their brains out. Then I'll be like, yeah, sure, defend your house, buddy, but uh what happened to the pranks?
I thought you
You
said
know
that
what
they
I
were
mean?
traps. Are you going back on what you said? Is that what I'm
I
hearing
said
right
let's
now?
call them pranks. I said let's call them pranks.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
All right. Moving on to my next question, or more of a describe or what you're gonna do. Okay. Come up with the most devious prank you can think of. Full on everything, every single detail. I want you to tell me what you think the funniest prank is ever to ever that you could ever do that would top like something my level of the prank that I will describe someday.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Go.
So I'm gonna go right ahead and say I'm not good at pranking, right? Shit.
I mean, let's just say for the sake of argument that you are good at prank. Like you came up with the most. Just come up with your
That
best
doesn't
plan.
change the fact that
No.
I can't think of
No,
something.
you
Right?
can. Go ahead. Think. It can be. You can
Okay,
bend the
well,
fabric of reality. There is
I can
no.
bend the
There is
fabric
no
of
stops. There's no
reality.
limit.
All right.
Let's say you have every
So
resource
I
in the
could.
planet.
Okay, so if I could, how fucked up can I get?
As fucked up as you would like.
Okay, I find this funny. I go to an orphanage, right? And I find like I find a
Holy
kid,
fuck! He
hold them
went right to
aside.
the What is it with you and orphanages, man? The first
What?
thing you go to is orphanage. What the fuck? Go ahead. I'm
You-
gonna listen, obviously, but like,
Don't you think
holy
orphanages
shit.
are weird though? It's literally a child market.
A child market? Is that what you think of an orphanage?
You
Is
go-
that what you?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
like-
where you go to?
Yeah,
Right
it's
away?
like Walmart, but instead of buying Hershey's Kisses, you're buying kisses from a 2-year-old. I get it. Can we wipe that off the record?
No, this is here forever. Everyone's gonna listen
Oh,
to this
shit.
and hear that you think orphanages are just a Walmart for children.
Okay. Anyways, so you go into an orphanage, right? You pull a kid aside,
Yeah.
and you pull out like a fake FBI badge, and you say, you find out their name. Let's say, for example, their name is a Louis Diablo. Louis Diablo. Okay. Just right off the top of my head. I know, right? Genius. So you pull away Louis Diablo, and you're like in there with like sunglasses and the suit, right? And you're like, Louis Diablo, we're with the FBI. Come with us, right? Take him out of there. You give him this full blown bullshit story of your parents were superheroes to me. Timmy. His name's not Timmy. His name is Louis. Your parents were superheroes, Louis. They were died in the heat of battle. They had superpowers, and you tell him all these superpowers, and then you go, we have the spider in a jar. We believe that if it bites you, it can give you the same powers as Spider-Man, right? So you get the spider to bite him. Not a venomous spider, obviously, right? The spider is purely harmless,
Yeah.
right? So the
No,
kid
I
gets
got
bit
you.
by a spider. right? And let's say this is also like a toddler, not a toddler. Let's go with 10 years old, 10 years old, right? Still naive enough to believe that his parents were superheroes and that he could become Spider-Man, right? So then you somehow find a way to trick him into thinking he can shoot webs, right? Or has a web shooter, right? So you get a web shooter, right? And there are a ton of these like already made, like not fully functioning web shooters, but like web shooters that, still shoot out stuff that sticks to things, just not something you can swing from, right? So you get one of those for him.
They're made of cum.
Watch you watch him go to the top of the building. He jumps and whips his weapon. He just falls flat to the ground, just flat.
Okay, then what?
Oh, that's it.
That's your entire break?
You got him to jump to his death.
So you killed him.
You killed him.
You kill Louis.
He thought
That
he was
is the end
Spider-Man.
game. He thought he was Spider-Man. So let me tell you, what was the web fluid made out of?
I don't fucking know.
No, it's got to be convincing enough.
whatever
It's got to be
secret agent-
sticky enough. Whatever secret agent. What?
Whatever secret agent Jonathan Banks webs up in his cup at the end of the night. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it is semen.
It's like Soldier Boy. I beat my meat into a cup.
No spoilers, man. People haven't watched that. Come on,
Out
you know
for a
better
year.
than that.
But no, for a year.
I know, but
How does
it's a
that spoil
show.
anything?
Nothing. It doesn't spoil anything. We don't talk about
No,
it any
it's just
further.
a line. I'm not going to spoil the context, but yeah.
Good boy.
So right, and Louis he jumps. He thinks he's Spider-Man, right? But you gotta play it up too, right? So before he does the official climb or the official jump, you're gonna make him think he can climb walls, right? You're gonna go through like months of training.
Okay.
And then he's gonna be up there ready for his thing, and then it's like the opening of Kick-Ass. Jumps off the building and just. I told you I'm not good with pranks, but I personally think that deserves a giggle. Holy shit,
Fucking
my dude.
hilarious, man. Good.
Okay, what's your prank?
No, I'm not gonna tell you. This isn't about me. This is about you.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You're like
next thing I
gaslighting
want
me here,
to
man.
Go on to is, out of everything you've seen on the internet, what is the best prank by your standards?
I don't watch prank videos.
Whatever you have seen doesn't matter. You've seen something. You've been on the internet. Regardless if you regularly watch prank videos, what do you think is the best prank that you have ever witnessed? Or or seen on the internet anywhere. It could be anything.
The best thing has got to be an Unisonus somewhere. I think that's the only thing I've watched that I can think of.
Okay, well then tell me about it. You can't just
I'm
say
trying to
it.
think.
Think faster.
I can't. You're gaslighting me here, man. I don't.
would never
Pranking
gaslight
isn't
you.
my. When I picked the movies, I was like, this is a topic Ben can talk about.
This is a topic you can talk about too.
Okay. The best prank. Shoot. I don't know. How do we classify a prank here?
You by whatever your standards are, go for it.
Because this could be taken more as a. Could be taken. This could be taken more as a joke. Okay, the "Don't Tell Amy" thing from Unisonus. Like when he was taping up Mark, and then didn't they rip off some of the drywall or something, or like they broke something, and they're just like, "Don't tell Amy." That had me laughing my ass off.
I mean, obviously there was more to that. They did a whole bunch of shit to that wall,
Oh,
like
yeah.
super glue
We're not
and
gonna
ramen
specify.
noodles. Oh, we're gonna
Yeah?
specify.
Oh,
They did
okay.
a lot of shit to Amy. I don't know how the fuck Amy is still with
What
Mark.
did they do to Amy? They did nothing to Amy. They didn't touch her.
We don't know what happened after Unis Honest died, man. We don't know where they are right now. Unis and Honest and Amy, their characters forever dead. These people don't exist on the earth anymore.
No, Mark and Ethan and Amy do, but Unazanis and Amy don't. But Amy still exists, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
Amy exists, but Amy doesn't. I know that can seem a bit confusing, but it's pretty easy.
In my mind, the best prank that I've ever seen is when Mark convinced Ethan to move to LA and pursue a career, and then, and not to say he doesn't put a lot of work into it, but obviously he's probably not as successful as he would like. I just
So
looking at his views
that
alone,
means
who the hell is going to Ethan's tours? Not I like
no,
Ethan, but
right.
what
Eat,
was this man thinking about going on tour? He is like
bro.
significantly smaller than those people who are going on tour. When YouTubers go on tour, that's whatever. Do whatever you want. But like Markiplier went, but like everybody, a lot. Markiplier is a very big YouTuber. And then you have Ethan with like
Right. Hold on.
what,
I'm checking.
1.5 million subs or something on YouTube, and he's like, let's go on tour. It's like TikTokers. I remember seeing this one thing where a TikToker went to like this creator con and set up a booth and everything, and no one showed up because half that shit on TikTok is just smoke and mirrors. And that's the problem with the
Bro.
internet. Everyone thinks, oh, you get big on the internet. People like Mr. Beast and other stuff, that's different. Everyone knows who Mr. Beast is.
Oh, that's an interesting topic, actually. Now that you brought it up,
Okay,
can I talk
go,
about
you
this?
go ahead. That's what the
Okay,
whole thing is.
this is an absolutely terrifying thing to me. The fact that people think Mr. Beast has the inability to be a bad person. Right. And it's something I've come across lately, right? You watch all these people that like got fired or leave from Mr. Beast, right? Some of them are like, yeah, he's a pretty nice guy, but the ones who say he's not, the entire internet just comes at them like, nah, man, he's like the nicest person on earth. It's like people don't know that all the money he gives away, he makes back essentially, right? Like he's the like what do they call it? Oh fuck. The sponsors give him that money to give away. It's not like they're giving him money and he can choose to keep it or give away. He's given that money to give away, right? Granted, Mr. Beast has done a lot of nice things, obviously, right? Like buying the like the supermarket videos where he goes in and he buys everyone's groceries and the things where he gives people free houses and all. But then behind that camera, we don't really know who he is. And whenever anyone speaks out about a personal experience they've had with him about, oh yeah, he's not that nice of a guy, or like, yeah, he was really rude to me at this point, right? Everyone just, you know what I mean? It's absolutely terrifying because it's almost like a cult in a sense. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just something that, like, even Markiplier, right? Like, I mean, Markiplier obviously will have good and bad days.
Yeah.
But then if goes ahead and says he was rude to me at Comic or not Comic Con or like
Mm-hmm.
this
Yeah.
VidCon or whatever, everyone will come slamming them like, no, Mark's a good guy. He's fucking human. Of course he's going to be rude at times. Put up with it.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
no, people I think, yeah.
not put up with it as in like, yeah, he was rude to you. Put up with it. Put up with it as in accept that he's human. He could be mean at times. Oh my god, it's terrifying to me how influencers can be like that. Because it's not like, especially it's a different thing with like YouTube and like movie celebrities, where with movie celebrities, it's a lot more the paparazzi are the bad guys and the celebrities are the good guys. It's very much reverse with YouTubers, right? It's like you call the YouTuber out for the bad thing, no one's fucking gonna believe you. Unless if, you have video proof or something, but even in certain instances that doesn't really work.
No,
We've
it
all
doesn't
seen the
actually
Best
provide context. But
video.
yeah, people think that these big celebrities and stuff are some object that but they're not. They're human beings. They have human qualities, and I think Mark was talking on Anthony Padilla's YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and that all those memes of like Mark crying or whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
watched
it's
it two
just
seconds ago.
it's like he can't have any human connection, but when he has those connections and he acts out like a regular person would, if I did that to you on the street, you'd be like, okay, whatever, it's a human
Who cares?
reaction. They think that
Right.
because these people are so big that they don't have lives or anything. It's their job, but even the people that watch them have jobs. But that doesn't
Right.
impact. Everyone else has a life outside of what they're doing as a job, unless of course their job is their life. Like in that case. But for Mr. Beast, for example, yeah, I definitely think Mr. Beast can definitely be a bad guy at times. But everyone thinks that every time someone does something so bad, they think, oh, it's the worst thing in the world. But it's not. It's a regular human thing. As for
Yeah.
Mr. Beast, he's definitely screwed some people because in those instances where he gives people a house, that shit gets taxed. it's not like these people get these things with no strings, and it's not Mr. Beast's fault. But it's like, oh, you get an airplane, right? But you're gonna pay tax on that, or he can sell the airplane and you get the profit of it, and he'll take you get taxed on that. But it's not like he's
Right.
giving you something for free and it's just free. Nothing in life is free. If he sells that plane and it's $2 million and you get 1.5 mil back from that, good for you. But I think people are really confused with how that stuff works when he gives away these big sums of money. That
Yeah.
you don't just get those things in where he donates food or goes to the supermarket to buy stuff. He pays tax on that all up front, so that's different. But when he gives away these big things like a house and a car and everything, and does all these crazy challenges to get the big prize, everyone thinks, oh, these the people's lives are so great. But most of them aren't going to get that unless they
Yeah.
want to pay more than what they can owe.
Right.
Some people
And
don't make this
another
kind of
thing
money.
is like a lot of people think he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart, and maybe he is. We don't know, right? But like, you also got to remember, he's getting paid to do this, and at the end of the day, it's content, right?
Yeah,
I can
he's
sit
working.
here.
This is his job. But and I'm not really sure where he is morally on it. Like, is he just like, I want to
No.
give, or it's because I have all this thing, I have this ability to give, so I want to give because he gets a lot of popularity from it. But I don't think
Right.
anyone really knows his true motivation. Is he just doing it to get views, or is he doing it because he cares about these people?
We don't know,
What
right?
is the
Because like I
point of
can.
giving away a Lamborghini? Only for them to have to sell it to pay off their taxes.
Right. It's for views, right? Because like I can sit here and talk all day about, oh yeah, I grew up essentially like Markiplier was
Yeah.
my hero growing up, right? And Markiplier very much is still I would consider the person to be my hero. But at the end of the day, I don't know him, right? I just know who he is in front of the camera, and I know everything that he's done in front of the camera. I know nothing behind the camera. Also, going back to that Crank Gameplays thing, you never see Mark or like Jacksepticeye ever promote sponsorships. The latest Crank videos, Crank Gameplays video has a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship in it. So that just goes to show how weak he is as a channel. Nothing against Ethan. Ethan is funny as hell, but not 100% is he funny as hell without Mark.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like Markiplier and stuff has done big deals. Like he did like AFK Arena thing, but like the
Yeah.
thing with it is that he makes so much money doing a bunch of other stuff. When you're only doing video promoting and stuff like that, yes, you do need to take those ads. But some of the stuff
Yeah.
he has contracts. Like he's done Sour Patch because they were all paying him that. But it's a different way he can do it. Like his podcast, the amount of ads that are indistractable. It's like it makes sense. They're gonna make money
Right.
somehow.
Hmm.
That's
But
how, but like
he's
there's
not
also
over
but
here.
also people that get ad revenue. But Markiplier gets an insane amount of views on every single video he posts, so it's not like he needs the sponsorships. Mr. Beast
Yeah,
gets a
it's
lot
like
of views. He gets like millions
right.
and billions and millions of freaking views on stuff. But the only way he can actually fund that, because obviously the ad revenue is not major.
Hmm.
Obviously, he's getting that amount, but if he doesn't get these big ass sponsorships, then he's not going to be able to finance what he wants to do. But like for Mark, all he's doing is playing video games. There's no overhead really, besides like paying an editor or buying the games or supporting himself. But that's the thing, everyone. You
Right.
see like Crank Gameplays and stuff like that, and people think, oh, well, he's just getting money to do whatever the hell he wants. But no, he's putting out more content, and that allows him to put out content.
Right. Oh, did you hear about the what is it called? Something titles. What is it called? Do you know the sponsors that were like, yeah, you buy a piece of land in Scotland, you're referred to as a lord. I'm pretty sure you've heard of them.
I watched the whole thing. I have watched
Oh
Legal
yeah,
Eagle, and
you've
he
seen
did that. Oh my
Oh,
god, that established
holy shit.
titles. Oh my goodness.
Whole bunch of bullshit.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's just all about the advertising. When you have big people that go on and promote
Right.
this stuff, you're immediately gonna think it's legit. the intellectuals, not us. We're definitely not intellectuals. I think we clarified that the last episode.
Right.
But yeah, even I thought when I first saw it, I'm like, okay, that is a cool gift. Maybe I'll buy that for somebody. But after watching that,
It's
I'm
a
like,
gag
oh, but it is, but it isn't. If you are telling someone that they're going to gain lordship from buying a piece of land, why that is a cool thing to do. That is sick.
Right. Yeah, they weren't
Right?
like they were. It is a gag gift, but they never said it was a gag gift. You know what I mean? They were like, "Yeah, you're going to be referred to as a lord, legally, or a lady or lord." Is that what it is? What's the other version? Is it
No.
lordess? I don't know.
Laird. Yeah, I think it's a lord or a lady or laird
Yeah.
or lairdess or
Yeah, laird is a. Anyways, I don't know the general term for it, but yeah, like I mean, they're promoting it, being like, yeah, hey, if you buy this for your friend, they'll be considered a lord, and you'll have to refer them as lord. But actually, no, not really.
No, just because you buy a piece of paper, Established Titles
Yeah.
owns all that land, and you're just
Yeah.
essentially
They're not
leasing
even
a
in
square
Scotland.
foot. No, of course not.
Established titles is in like what, China?
Just because, yeah, but I mean, you can
Tokyo?
own land in other places. I could own land in China right now if I wanted to. That has nothing to do with geographically where you're from. Has something to do with what land you can own. But yeah, it's all a bunch of bullshit. So don't go after that.
Yeah. Not that you need us to tell you that. I imagine you know.
No,
that
I feel
by
like
now,
most people,
realistically.
after listening to a bunch of smart people tell you not to do it, I think you could figure it out. But I
Yeah,
mean, you
'cause,
can
like,
you can let the dumbasses try to explain it to you, if that's the way
it's
you
a
want to hear it.
Yeah, it's a shit show though, because like even Brandon
Mm.
Rogers promoted that. Like he did a whole ass sketch based on it, right? I think he did too.
Oh,
No,
I
he
don't
only
doubt
did.
it. I wouldn't doubt that he's done multiple.
It's like, cause like
It's a cool idea, but it doesn't work like
it
that.
is. No, yeah.
People
If it
just
did
get
work like that,
people just get blinded by like the smoke and mirrors and other stuff like that. Like it's unfortunate.
Mysterio. Yeah.
That's not what I was saying at all. Mysterio is not a real person. He is a Spider-Man villain.
No, you were like smoke and mirrors, so I was like Mysterio. Like referencing, like, you know, kind of like how Mysterio, everyone thought he was a hero. You know what?
Yeah.
The next
I
question.
understand. Oh boy, you are just a treat. Sometimes I will give you that.
Am I?
Oh yeah, you.
Am I a tasty treat?
You're a snacky snack, man. I had to call a sharp police on you because of all the treats that you give me. I'm not a dog though.
Like the Easter Bunny and a hop.
Yeah, I gotta say,
how-
James Marsden is definitely insane. He just talks to a bunch of CGI characters and thinks they're real. That must be hard to do. How does he do it? How does he act? I wonder if it's just one big prank.
Right, hold on 1 second. I need a hold on.
He finds out after the fact that they're not even real. He is so into the role that he thinks talking to a blue piece of plastic is actually Sonic the Hedgehog. And then he finds out that it's not even real. Prank. Big prank.
I wonder if there's a Meat Canyon animation of James Marsden just sitting there talking to himself.
Oh.
Hey, Meat Canyon, if you're listening, if you haven't done that yet, do it.
Oh, please make James Marsden a schizophrenic. I would love that more than anything.
That would be awesome.
That would be very entertaining. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Is pranks for good.
The fuck is
it's
what?
like Mr. Beast. Take Mr. Beast's example. He pranks somebody, but it's for good. Like he's like, oh, this thing happened, but it didn't really happen. Like you prank somebody, but then in the end you get a good result.
Like where you pretend, or like where he smashes their car, but then he gives them a new car.
Exactly.
Do they have to pay anything for the car that got smashed?
I don't know. That is a question I definitely would want to ask, though. I think.
Yeah. What happens to it? Like, what about their personal? I hope they take all the personal belongings out of the car before they total it.
I would hope.
Imagine
my wife's savings were in that car. Do you want a new Tesla? There you go. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, or whatever you celebrate. Because we're inclusive here. I'm all over the place.
Or like, they just have like the last remaining picture of a deceased loved one in that car, right? Like in a locket or something. They just kaboom. No, Grandma! Ooh, Elon Musk. Don't give me the dead stare. I did the same thing you just did, just different.
Yeah. What do you think of Elon Musk and Twitter and the whole Twitter blue thing? Do you think that's one big prank? Like Twitter was like,
Is
oh,
he?
you can't tell us what to do if you own 15% of our company. And then he was like, haha, pranked, bought your entire company. And then all the people that like had the blue tick, he was like, ha, pranked. If you want it, you're paying $10 a month.
I don't. Hold on. Mm, Okay, I'm not 100% sure or not. I'm trying to see if I can find something on it. I thought that he made someone else. Okay, well, anyways, he put up a vote on Twitter, being like, "Should I step down?" And everyone voted yes. I'm not sure if he has or not yet. I don't want to sit here for
I
12
don't
hours
know if
looking for.
he did, but I know he did appoint somebody to like run Twitter,
Yeah,
and then immediately like the next day they went on Twitter and were like, I quit. Sorry, Elon.
yeah. Oh no, Twitter's a weird one for me. I don't have Twitter. I've never used
Really?
Twitter. I don't. Yeah,
I
really. I
feel
don't.
like with
I
all
don't
the
have.
random shit you say, I feel like Twitter would be the perfect thing for a guy like you,
Really?
or whatever you may
I have
be, whether
Reddit.
you're a guy.
I
Yeah,
use
you have
Reddit.
Reddit, but like
I
Reddit,
use Reddit a
Reddit is just
lot.
for the people that are closeted on Twitter, who say the normal basic, oh, I'm sending a tweet, except on Reddit, it's just like you take down all the barriers, and you can say whatever the hell you want on Reddit. Typically, even if one group isn't accepting of what you said, I guarantee you someone else will be. There's got a million people who would totally agree with one of your
Oh
opinions.
yeah. So yeah, I probably should start a Twitter. I would be. I've never used Twitter, right? I
Really?
think I had it for like a little bit in middle school. I think around like grade 7 or something. I downloaded it and I was like, not for me. Or like I
Yeah, I
had
feel
it
like
for
when we
one
were younger,
year.
it's just like, oh, what's so funny about this?
It's
But I feel
not
like
funny. It's just a
now,
bunch of
yeah,
people
it's
saying
just
stuff.
yeah. But I feel like now, where we're older, we can kind of appreciate it a little bit more in the
Like
bullshit that they're
boomers.
saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I probably should get Twitter. Guys, I'll let you know when I start a Twitter. Go on for daily Alex randomness.
Oh, this is just like Markiplier's OnlyFans. Speaking of Markiplier's OnlyFans, people
Yeah,
were all like,
speaking
"We get
of,
to
yeah,
see his
I guess that's
dick," but
where
then
it
they
could
didn't.
go.
Do you think that's one big prank as well?
Yeah. No, because he told everyone he would only do tasteful nudes. So,
But it's an OnlyFans. What did people expect? They expected his little pecker or big. I'm
but
not really sure if
OnlyFans
Markiplier
isn't.
had. He's Korean, so I'm not sure what the size of his penis would be.
What's the? Hold on, I'll search this up. What's the average Korean dick size?
I feel like they're way bigger than like North
What
American
is
average.
the average Korean dick size? Um, could you give me something that's in inches, please? I'm gonna have to convert this. It gives me a whole list.
Okay, well,
Oh my god, I don't know if you can see this. It tells me
you
like
know we're in Canada,
country.
right? You know our primary. You know we use metric. The only reason we use
Yeah,
imperial here
but
is because we do trade with the United States, and they use inches. They're
yeah,
like one of the.
but
They're like the only country that uses the imperial measurement system.
when you
Everywhere
talk
else
about
use
your
like
buddy
centimeters.
though, when you talk
No, but
about your
that's just
buddy, you
because
don't
that's
tell it
just
in centimeters. Anyways, it says for country, penis sizes by origin, country, South Korea, erectile length, 13.16 centimeters, body size, 1.75 meters. International penis size compared. There we go. Let's check this out. Okay,
this
it's
is
not
not
even
what I thought we'd be
alphabetical.
looking at.
Penis size by country 2023. Here we go.
Oh, they've already updated it for the new year. People are already
Oh yeah.
curious about the average dick size.
Hong Kong is 4.41 inches. Hold on. So it goes up. The countries with the largest unfortunately, Cambodia has the smallest erect penis length. with
What?
3.95 inches
Oh,
erect.
whatever. Cambodia's probably doing all right.
Who has the most? Ecuador with an average of 6.93.
I want to say to all the boys looking at porn, that shit is unrealistic. There is a couple people that
Yeah,
have really big dicks, but that does not mean that yours.
that's probably that's probably something we could
I'm
talk
pretty.
about here for a quick second.
What is the average dick size for Canada? How did we even get
So
here?
for anyone
Average
who's like, a little under the
wiener
age of 18
size
who's listening, Ben, I'm trying to be sentimental here. Shut
Canada.
up. I'm trying to be sentimental here,
Six
okay?
point
So
nineteen inches is average penis size in Canada. We're 12th
okay.
place. So think about it.
Well,
Most people, that is average. That is taking
yeah,
into
okay.
account all the guys with really weird and ginormous, like 10-inch wieners. People seem to think that because it's not 10 inches, girls won't like it. That's not how it works. It's how you please the woman. We
I've
are
been
giving
told
sexual
otherwise, but
advice to people. Alex is a virgin, so you really should take his opinion. He really knows
well,
what he's
I
talking
don't
about
I don't
here.
really have an opinion. I've just been told by females that size does matter. A few.
In
I can name
short, yeah,
three.
I know. What?
I can name three. Not gonna name them here, but I can name three off the top of my head who told me that.
In short, and for some people, size may matter, but
Right.
it
And
and
I mean,
even
if you're trying to just get a hookup, okay, or whatever, sure,
mm-hmm,
maybe there, but like if you have a girlfriend, right, or a boyfriend,
yeah,
whatever, right, like, and you're in
exactly.
love, I don't think it's gonna matter. Once you get in bed, like, sure, I can 100% honestly understand the whole self-conscious aspect
Oh
of it,
no,
right?
100%. I can
That's
understand the
that's why when
subconscious. We're
people,
kind of put on these
yeah,
barriers, and so when people say size matters, I don't think it's necessarily that your dick has to be giant. I'm sure all those people with boyfriends and whatever that have average wieners are like, okay, that is the size that I want. If you have 2 inches, don't feel like you
right,
can't get in there. It's not about how you're. It's not about how the size. It's about what you do with the fruit. It's how you eat it.
right. I apologize if you just heard a bunch of background noise. My family is screaming at the top of their lungs.
It happens, man. It happens.
It
It's okay.
happens, but yeah, like, I mean, it's whatever. If you two are in love, you'll get through it. It's fine.
Oh, exactly. And I mean, don't
As
yeah.
long as it's not inverted, you'll be good.
Inverted. Okay, you want to just describe to me how an inverted penis would work?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Let's check while I have the incognito tab open.
No
Inverted.
one looks at my phone anymore. I don't even bother half the time. I don't want to have to re-sign into Pornhub Premium every time, man.
Buried penis, also known as inverted penis, hidden penis, or retracted penis, is a condition in which the penis is covered by excess skin and fat tissue from the surrounding structures like the abdomen, scrotum, or public area. What the fuck is the public area?
Pubic area.
No, it's public. Public.
Maybe it's a new word that we just learned. You
We
know,
you
this is
learn
an
something new
educational
today.
podcast.
Let's see. I'm curious what these look like. Oh, I'm not curious anymore. Okay, that's enough.
You're not even gonna show me. Can I not see what the inverted wiener looks like?
You have a phone. You can look. I don't want to look at that again. I love how this episode went from possibly being titled to the most epic prank in history to size doesn't matter.
Inverted penis.
Oh my god. Its most typical name is buried penis, by the way.
Buried penis. Okay. I don't want to see bird dicks.
What are you looking
I'm trying to find it, man. This is difficult for me. Oh, that is something special. Oh
Yeah.
boy. I semi regret looking at that. I don't know if I'm able to sleep properly tonight. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. Now you know why I stopped looking. Oh, my screensaver that was 1 hour long is done now, so
What?
not sure. When we started the episode, I put on a 1 hour long video on my TV, and it is all done.
Oh, did you know? Good
Yeah,
for
it was
you.
a little bit before we started, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long we're into this episode exactly. But
Well,
you could
based
check
on the
the rest of
time
something.
that we were at, I think this is a good time to wrap it up.
Yep.
I just want to say
Wait.
that this entire episode was, in fact, one big prank. I have wasted an hour of your life. You're welcome.
So have I. Wait, you wasted an hour of my life? Jesus fucking, what the hell is wrong with you?
Have
I'm
the
outta here.
conversations we have.
Nope, that's it for me. I can't believe it. Nope, I'm out.
Alex has left the recording. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of All Over the Place. I'm sure this was a fun experience for all of us. Let us know what the biggest prank or best prank you've seen is. I'm Ben. Alex is no longer here, as you may be able to tell. Thank you for listening, and we will see you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in to All Over the Place. I'm Ben. Alex is gone. Good night.